The day her father died, Rebecca Mason became Jack. She cut her hair with kitchen shears, wrapped her chest in linen, and walked into the bank as her father's son. The teller did not blink. He gave her the loan, and the ranch was saved. She never looked back. 10 years passed. She worked alongside the other cowboys, her voice low, her movements rough. She learned to spit, to curse, to laugh at jokes that made her cringe. She became one of them, and no one suspected. The secret was a cage, but it was also the only thing keeping her alive. She had never been in love. She could not. Love required trust, and trust required truth, and the truth could get her killed. She watched the other men marry, watched them build families, and told herself she did not want those things. She was Jack. Jack did not need love. Then the sheriff came. His name was Daniel, and he was young, barely 30, with kind eyes and a quiet way of speaking. He did not laugh at the crude jokes. He did not drink too much. He treated everyone the same, and that included Jack. Something about him made her uncomfortable. He started finding reasons to talk to her. Questions about the ranch, about the territory, about nothing at all. She answered shortly, kept her head down, tried to disappear. But he kept coming back, and her heart kept betraying her. She began to dream of him, and she woke up terrified. One evening, he found her alone at the edge of town, watching the sunset. He sat beside her, close enough that she could smell the leather of his coat. "You are the loneliest person I have ever met," he said. She did not answer. She could not. He was too close. "Why do you push everyone away?" he asked. She looked at the horizon, at the fading light, at anything but his face. "Because I have to," she said. He was quiet for a long time. Then he reached out and took her hand. "I do not know what you are hiding," he said, "but I do not care." She pulled her hand away, stood up, walked back to her horse. She could not let him touch her. She could not let him see. But his words followed her home, echoing in her head. "I do not care." No one had ever said that to her before. Weeks passed. He did not give up. He brought her coffee, helped her with repairs, sat with her in silence. She found herself waiting for him, watching the road, listening for his footsteps. She was falling in love, and it was the most dangerous thing she had ever done. Then he asked her. They were sitting on the porch of the ranch house, the stars bright above them, the crickets singing. "Jack," he said, and his voice was different, softer. "I have something to ask you." She turned to look at him, and her heart stopped. He was holding a small box. "I know this is strange," he said. "I know we are both men, and the world will not understand. But I do not care about the world. I care about you. I have loved you for months. Will you marry me?" She stared at the ring, at his face, at the impossible thing he was asking. She could not breathe. He thought she was a man, and he loved her anyway. He was willing to face the shame, the ridicule, the danger. He loved her that much, and she was going to have to break his heart. She stood up, walked to the edge of the porch, and turned her back on him. "Do you want to know why I am lonely?" she asked. Her voice cracked, and she did not try to hide it. "Do you want to know why I push everyone away?" He stood, walked toward her, and stopped when he was close enough to touch. "Tell me," he said. She turned to face him. Her hands went to her shirt, and she began to unbutton it. He did not move, did not speak. She pulled the linen bindings from her chest, let them fall to the ground, and stood before him as she really was. "A woman. My name is Rebecca," she said. "I have been hiding for 10 years. He stared at her, and she watched his face, waiting for the shock, the betrayal, the disgust. But none of those things came. He stepped forward, took her face in his hands, and looked into her eyes. "I did not fall in love with a man," he said. "I fell in love with you." She began to cry, great heaving sobs that shook her whole body. He pulled her into his arms, held her against his chest, and did not let go. "I was so afraid," she whispered. I was so afraid you would hate me." He kissed her forehead, her cheek, her lips. "I could never hate you." They were married in the spring, in the little church at the edge of town. The whole county came, the cowboys who had worked beside her, the townspeople who had never suspected. She wore a white dress, her hair long again, and when she walked down the aisle, Daniel's eyes filled with tears. He had asked a man to marry him, and he had found a woman. She had spent 10 years pretending to be someone she was not, and she had found a man who loved her for who she really was. On the night of their wedding, they sat on the porch of the ranch house. "Do you regret it?" she asked, "waiting for me to be ready?" He shook his head, his arm around her shoulders. "I would have waited forever." She leaned into him, watching the stars appear. The cage she had built was gone. She was free. She was home.